that means two things. Lad's out burning pasture, and as usual, there are hungry mouths to feed. So I'm grilling up a whole bunch of food. Spicy jerk chicken for tomorrow night's dinner, and for this evening, steak and bean burritos, a real cowboy favorite, along with crunchy salad where char-grilled corn is the star of the show. And I'm even barbecuing dessert. Juicy grilled peaches and sweet pineapple will be perfect over ice cream. Welcome to my frontier. It's that time of year, spring burning. All the ranchers in the area are burning their pasture land. Lad's out there today burning away, and he's offered to talk through the process. While he does that, I'm going to be grilling up some delicious food. I'm making dinner for tonight, dinner for tomorrow night, and I'm even making food for the freezer. I'm going to start with a big batch of jerk chicken, and I'm making a scrumptious marinade, which is really what jerk chicken is all about. The marinade starts with lime juice. I'm getting as much juice out of these limes as I can. And it's going to go into the food processor, and everything else is going to go in here too. I cut 8 green onions into chunks. I'll drop those in. I've also got some pieces of fresh ginger. I just peeled a big piece of ginger and cut it into chunks. And fresh jalapenos for heat. A couple of tablespoons of fresh thyme leaves. Sprinkle those in. 4 cloves of garlic. They're peeled and I smashed them with a knife. And now for the spices and seasonings. Good amount of salt and pepper. And jerk chicken has some really interesting seasoning to it. I'm going to put some cinnamon in here, about 1.5 teaspoons, a whole bunch of allspice, a couple of tablespoons or so. A little bit of an interesting flavor for chicken, but boy, does it work, especially with all the heat from the jalapeno. Also got some nutmeg. This needs a little sweetness, so I'll drop in a couple of tablespoons of brown sugar. And for the liquid, I'll drizzle in some olive oil. And can't leave out the soy sauce. You definitely know it's spring burning time around here because it smells like smoke everywhere. I've really come to love the smell because it's just a part of spring on the ranch. It can get a little thick though when all of our neighbors are burning at the same time. I'll get the lid on and let the food processor mix all of this up until it's a nice smooth marinade. The guys are going to be so hungry when they're finished burning, so I definitely wanted to get plenty of food made. Toward the end of the burning, I'm going to run out and help. I always go behind them and stomp out the cow patties. It's a long story. I'll explain it to you later. It's an important job. Promise. That is all mixed together. It doesn't look like a huge quantity, but boy, does it pack a flavor punch. It is concentrated. I've got 3 chickens that are quartered, and I'm going to pour the marinade right over. You can let this marinate for about 30 minutes, or you can leave it overnight, and it just keeps getting better and better. While I get the chicken marinated, I'm going to hand it over to Lad to fill you in on the burning.
Today we're going to do what we call a controlled burn. A big part of burning is you want to make sure your conditions are right, your wind's right, you want to have all the proper equipment. If you got those 2 things, usually you can do a controlled burn and have no problems. We use Jeeps to light the fire with. We have a propane bottle in the back and it's got a hose. The hose got a burner on it and you just light it up and you just drive along and set the fire. We got the big trucks used to spray the fire out. So to get started, we'll create a line on the north side. Hopefully it'll be a really good day.
As long as I'm firing up the grill for dinner tonight, I might as well use it to make dessert too. Grilled fruit is such a treat. It makes any fruit dessert that much more magical. I've been cutting up some fruit. I have some pineapple spears, they look amazing, and some peach halves. I took the pits out. And I'm gonna mix up a little sauce to brush over the top of the fruit. Olive oil, I want the fruit to have a little sweetness and also caramelize a little bit on the grill. So I'll splash in a little bit of maple syrup. I don't want to put too much in there because it'll smoke if I put it on the grill if it's got too much syrup on it. It's just enough to give it a little sweetness. Now I'll brush this over the peaches and the pineapple. Just dab it generously on top. I'm going to serve the grilled fruit with vanilla ice cream and I'll sprinkle chopped pecans over the top. Talk about an amazing dessert. Okay, I'll just get the rest of these brushed.
So this grass here, it's burning really well. So Tim's lighting along there and the fire trucks are driving along there spraying it out. So right now the wind's really kind of perfect. It's blowing it just a little south. So now we've got our fire line down this north fence. Then it'll be easy to turn back the other way.
Dinner after burning is going to be steak and bean burritos. I've already got the steak ready to go. It's just sprinkled with salt and pepper, really simple. To go with them, I'm making a yummy corn salad. I'm going to grill the corn just to give it extra flavor. I'm brushing it with olive oil, so it'll do okay on that grill. I always like to fire up the grill when the guys are firing up the pastures. As long as they're lighting things on fire, I might as well too. A little more olive oil. And then I'll just sprinkle with salt and pepper. All right, the grill's fired up. I've got the steak, the fruit, the chicken, and the corn. I'm ready to grill. Up next, Lad's out burning, and I'm grilling 2 dinners, Jamaican jerk chicken and grilled steak burritos. To go with them, grilled corn salad and sweet maple syrup-coated peaches and pineapple. It's spring burning time on the ranch. Lad and the crew are out there burning, so I thought I'd fire up the grill. I'm making dinner for tonight and dinner for tomorrow. I'm gonna grill everything at once. Dinner tomorrow is gonna be jerk chicken. I'll let that go for just a little bit. Dinner for tonight is gonna be steak and bean burritos, and to go with it, I'm making a yummy corn salad. I'm gonna grill the corn to give it extra color and flavor. So I'll get it on. And then this is just gonna cook for about 10 minutes or so.
There's a lot of advantages to burning. It's really good for weed control. It helps rejuvenate the prairie, puts nutrients back into the soil. You get all that new, fresh, green grass, the cattle will really gain weight and do better on that than if they got all that mulch out there with it. And we'll go look at some of the burnt stuff that we burnt last week. You know, the green's really starting to come on it.
I always love it when Loud explains things that go on the ranch. I think the burning process is so interesting. All right, I'm turning the chicken. I'm gonna let it finish cooking on the other side, and then I'll move it to a cooler part of the grill. Grab some other tongs for the corn. I'll turn it over, and I'll let it cook for another 5 minutes.
The most difficult thing about burning is you don't want anything bad to happen. You don't want to burn your neighbors. You don't want it to get burned anywhere you're not supposed to burn. So you just want to take every precaution you can. We haven't had hardly any fires get away. A couple years ago, I had one get on my brother, but he forgave me.
I'll just take the corn off the grill. I am glad to be here at the grill rather than out there in the fire. Although when they finish burning, I am gonna go and kick cow patties. When it comes to burning, that's my job. The corn's done. Now I'm gonna move the chicken to a cooler part of the grill to finish the cooking process. Oh, I can hardly wait for this chicken. I'm gonna freeze half of it, and then I'm gonna serve up the rest. Everyone gets a big, beautiful piece of jerk chicken, and all it needs is some colorful salad. Delicious. Now I'm gonna get the steak on. This is just simple skirt steak with nothing but salt and pepper. I'm gonna get it on. It's so thin, it's not gonna take long to cook at all. That's the steak. Now I've got the beautiful fruit, and I'll get it on the grill. These peaches brushed with maple syrup and olive oil, and spears of pineapple. I'll let those start to go.
So this stuff we burned a week ago, and you can already see all the new green grass coming up. Here in about 3 weeks, it'll just be about this tall, and it'll just look like a golf course out here. It'll be perfect. This is a blackberry bush. They're basically a weed in our country. They'll get real thick and get mounded up, and the grass will grow up in them, and the cattle won't eat that grass because they don't want to stick their nose down there and get hooked by one of these little thorns on here. So about the best way to get rid of these is to burn them.
I'll check on the steak. Okay, time to turn. Skirt steak is so flavorful. It has great marbling of fat all throughout. Okay, I'll let that finish cooking on the other side, and I'll start turning the fruit. I want the fire really to get against those peaches. The grilled fruit alone is a total triumph, but just wait till you see how I'm gonna serve it up for dessert. I'm gonna slice the peach halves in two, cut the pineapple spears into chunks, heap a bunch of vanilla ice cream into a bowl, and arrange the peaches and pineapples on top and sprinkle over pistachios. A little extra drizzling of maple syrup is the icing on the cake. The steak is definitely ready to come off. It looks positively, absolutely glorious. I'm gonna put it onto a clean pan. And then these pans are so hot, I think the fruit will keep cooking even when I take them off. So I'll take the pans off. I don't want the fruit to get so soft that it just disintegrates. Right now, it is just right. Now back to the jerk chicken. I just gotta turn it over. It needs to finish cooking for another 7 to 8 minutes, and then it'll come off.
Well, do you want to go ahead and start them at the south end?
Yep.
Okay, Todd, y'all got to follow up and make sure every one of those cow patties is kicked back in, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm going to go take a nap. Y'all get that done.
Let's do.
So we're getting a little smoke going.
All right, the last of the chicken is coming off the grill. And with that, my grilling is done, so it's back to the kitchen for me. Up next, it's grilled steak and burritos and grilled corn in salad. While out there on the prairie, the guys are still hard at work setting fire to the frontier. It's spring burning season, time to burn away the old grass and make room for the new. Lad and the crew are in the thick of it right now, and I'm getting ready to turn the grilled steak I made earlier into luscious burritos for dinner tonight. I've just been heating up some refried beans. Those are good to go. Now I'll throw some veggies into a skillet. I just sliced up some onions and some red bell pepper. I'll get those started cooking. I'm gonna sprinkle some delicious flavor over them. I've got some cumin, some oregano, some garlic powder, and some chili powder. Then I'll stir them up. I tell you, burning is so much fun. It's always very action-packed. And it's been fun through the years to watch the kids really grow into their roles. It used to be I would drive around the perimeter of the fire with the kids in my pickup just to keep them safe. Now they get thrown into the fire trucks. They drive, they put out fires. It's really fun to watch as a mama. All right, I just need the veggies to cook a little bit more. And while they do, I'll slice up the steak. This is going to be so flavorful. It's got that fire grilled flavor. Fire is definitely the theme today.
Now to drive through all this burnt stuff. A little smoky. We'll go over here and see how they're getting along. It's always better when the wind's blowing the smoke away from you, but sometimes there's no getting away from getting in it.
Tell you something about burning. I really love the smell when it's going on. It's just a really distinctive smell of spring. But when it's on everybody's clothes at the end of the day and all the clothes are in the laundry room, it's another story. It's probably my least favorite smell in the world. The veggies are done. I'm gonna assemble the burritos. I've got the refried beans, and I'll just grab a couple of spoonfuls and plop it right in the center and smear it. I don't wanna go all the way to the edge because I'm gonna tuck the edges. That is the perfect pile. Now I'll sprinkle on some sharp cheddar. I'll grab some of the veggies, not too many. And of course, the star of the show is this beautiful grilled skirt steak. I'll just lay a few pieces on. And then I just tuck the edges in, hold them still while I fold the outside over. And there's the first burrito. Now I'm gonna build the rest of these babies and get them into the pan. To finish off the burritos, I'm gonna pour on some sauce. I wasn't happy just doing one color of sauce, so I'm gonna do two. Start with just good old red enchilada sauce and then green enchilada sauce. Oh, do I love this stuff. Some people think you have to choose between red and green enchilada sauce. You have to pick your favorite. That's not my approach at all. I just use them both. Alrighty? And then I've got plenty of cheese left, so it's gonna go over. These are gonna be just the thing. Now, after I finish cooking, I'm gonna go help the guys. I've gotta kick cow patties. It's my burning job. I'll do whatever I'm the most helpful at. That's why I'm usually in the kitchen. I'm much more help in the kitchen than I am on the ranch. Now, while I cover these with foil, let me tell you the plans I have for these later. I'll put the pan into a 350-degree oven for about 20 minutes, then take the foil off and give it another 15 minutes until it's heated through and the cheese is melted. That is a beautiful sight. They'll definitely want two each, along with a dollop of sour cream, some pico de gallo, homemade or store-bought, either way is good, and a sprinkling of cilantro. Sounds pretty good, huh? I'm gonna get these into the fridge for now, and then dinner's gonna be all ready when the crew gets back here. Oh boy. Those are some big, beautiful burritos. Up next, grilled corn gets transformed into an incredible salad. Then I'm headed out to join the burnin' team. There are cow patties to kick, and I am the woman for the job.
For recipes and more. No. Okay.
For recipes and more, go to oh my God.
One more?
For recipes and more, go to foodnetwork.com/pioneerwoman. Is that good? All right.
It's spring burning time on the ranch. Lad and the crew have been out there lighting fires, and I've been in the kitchen getting dinner ready for tonight and tomorrow night. I'm gonna throw together this corn salad. I'm using this delicious grilled corn. It's so beautiful, I'm just shaving it off the cobs.
Todd! Hey, Todd. You need to get out and go ahead and start kicking some of these cow pies in, all right?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you.
Just a little more corn to go. All of this goes into the bowl. This is really a great salad, and it's so versatile. It goes with Tex-Mex things like the steak and bean burritos I'm serving. Lots of different ways you can go. I've got some other good stuff to add to the salad. A pile of diced snap means two things. Lad's out burning pasture, and as usual, there are hungry mouths to feed. So I'm grilling up a whole bunch of food. Spicy jerk chicken for tomorrow night's dinner, and for this evening, steak and bean burritos, a real cowboy favorite, along with crunchy salad where char-grilled corn is the star of the show. And I'm even barbecuing dessert. Juicy grilled peaches and sweet pineapple will be perfect over ice cream. Welcome to my frontier. It's that time of year, spring burning. All the ranchers in the area are burning their pasture land. Lad's out there today burning away, and he's offered to talk through the process. While he does that, I'm gonna be grilling up some delicious food. I'm making dinner for tonight, dinner for tomorrow night, and I'm even making food for the freezer. I'm gonna start with a big batch of jerk chicken, and I'm making a scrumptious marinade, which is really what jerk chicken is all about. The marinade starts with lime juice. I'm getting as much juice out of these limes as I can. And it's gonna go into the food processor, and everything else is gonna go in here too. I cut 8 green onions into chunks. I'll drop those in. I've also got some pieces of fresh ginger. I just peeled a big piece of ginger and cut it into chunks. And fresh jalapenos for heat. A couple of tablespoons of fresh thyme leaves. Sprinkle those in. 4 cloves of garlic. They're peeled and I smashed them with a knife. And now for the spices and seasonings. Good amount of salt and pepper. And jerk chicken has some really interesting seasoning to it. I'm gonna put some cinnamon in here.